Hello, thank you very much for tuning in to this section of reads. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. I am currently doing in-person readings in Herkimer, New York. If you're interested, shoot me an email. I'll give you more details. I'm going to use the information like the decks and dice. I'm going to put that all below. Otherwise, you should be seeing this on YouTube channel James13 Wicca, so I don't forget that. If you're not, let me know. And the last thing is, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you very much for tuning in this time, and let's go ahead and get into your reading. Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. These readings are valid for when you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Sagittarius? I'm like, ooh, are we casting spells today? We're trying to make something happen. Something with a mystery. Why is, like, the energy, like, hits this wall? Which could be a good thing. As long as it works to your advantage, we're fine, right? It does hit this wall. One more, and then all this is over. There's only 2 here. Leave that face down, okay. What are you dealing with? Whatever you're trying to make work here, I'm not sure it wants to work with you, but that's not going to stop you. I don't know. It feels weird that I'm even saying that out loud, because I'm like, that something here does not want to work with you, which is fine. Because it's more like, all right, you don't want to work with me, just don't get in my way. All right, fine. This could literally be a work situation, possibly. Something doesn't want to work with you. Okay, I'm stuck on it, so what do I need to know about that? What is that? No, things are not going to fall apart. Also, there should be some version of history with this. Either with you personally, or you've heard it about other people going through this, or you've seen other people go through this. Something like that. There is some version of history here. Again, it doesn't have to be happening to you directly. Either you saw or have heard that this type of thing has happened before. With other people, it seems very likely other people. Doesn't have to be, of course. Your energy feels extremely empowered to me. Extremely empowered. So, I don't know if this fluctuates in your life, maybe. But this subject, at this moment, you got a lot of power in your hands. And it's kind of like, I feel like I've had control of this for a while, or at least I've been able to get ahead of it. I know that's going to be a problem, let me go this way. I know that's going to be a problem, let me go this way. And you've gotten through it. And there's a lot of, like, success here. I don't know. I almost feel like the people watching this might argue with me on that. I feel like if you look at it on paper, you've had a lot of success. I feel like you might feel differently, though. You might feel like, have I? Have I? You have. If this is hitting, you have. Maybe not the level that you need or want, but there is success here. And you have gained. There's grit and grime here, too. Garnered, gained, grit and grime. Okay. We're just going to throw out G words, apparently. Garnered, gained, grit and grime. It's been work. Maybe that's part of why. It's like, I've had to get down and dirty with this a couple times, and I haven't wanted to, I just had to. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why you're questioning the success. Kind of like, yeah, I guess. I've had to fight for it and roll in the mud for it a couple times, which I really didn't want to. But yes, I am here, and yes, I have made it work. Could have been a little bit more cooperative, thank you very much, but it wasn't. But here I am. Could be like that. A lot of power. I don't know. What am I supposed to say about this power? Because I know where I want to go. I know where I need to go. And I know other people need to come with me, and I need to kind of blaze this trail. I didn't set out trying to blaze a trail, but here I am. I feel like that was not my... When I joined this situation, that was not my idea. But here I am. Here I am. All All right, what am I missing? Something about the power and the strength that you have going for you that I reluctantly get it. Very self-sufficient. People don't know where I'm going, though. Maybe that's another piece. And I maybe have realized maybe that's going to serve me, because there's certain things that need to get done here. I feel like Sagittarius is a very, very helpful energy. And I think that you know where you need to be. How you get there, that's its own thing. But you know where you need to be. And it's kind of like, you know, if they don't know what I'm doing, maybe that's for the best. It's almost like having people around you that you know, they just get really cranky, and they seem to be like, you know, when you're getting something, it means they're not. Like, I wanted that cookie and you took it. I wanted that sandwich and you took it. I wanted that pen and you took it. It's like, oh my God, it's a pen. Get over yourself. It kind of feels like that. It's like, okay, whiny. I don't know why I'm getting that way. I'm just like, oh, geez. Anytime I get something, it's kind of like, whenever you get something, it is not at the detriment of somebody else, but this energy seems to have that attitude. Well, if you got it, that means I didn't, and that makes me angry. It's kind of like, you don't even write things out. You do it all on the computer. Why do you care about that pen? You know, you don't even like molasses cookies. You don't even like molasses. Why do you care that I had this cookie? Like, why does it even matter? It's like, it's one of those things. They don't care what it was. They just care that you got it. That might be a thing here. I keep seeing the molasses cookie thing, because it's like, I like molasses. Not everybody does. And it's kind of like, if you're enjoying this cookie and saying how good it is and how thankful you are to have it, they just don't want you to be happy. I feel like that's literally what it's boiling down to. Maybe they're trying to highlight that here a little bit. See people for who they are sometimes. You don't have to, like, be aggressive towards it, but they're like, sometimes it's better to recognize some people just are unhappy because you are happy. That's not good. That's not good. And it's kind of like, just keep that in the back of your head. Like, don't try to help somebody who's really out for your detriment. Let them fend for themselves. If they want to be like that, they can fix their own wagon. Whatever that means. But one of the bigger reasons I'm pointing that out is because by trying to help this energy they really don't want good things for you. I don't know what to say about it. They just really don't. They're holding you back because you're trying to help them forward. And they want to move forward, and they're more than willing to let you help them forward. But if you're going to get your fair trade, they're, oh, no, you can't have good things. Not you, Sag. No. You'll get good things anyway. You always have way too much. So I'm not going to help you get anything. Be careful of that. Be careful of that. This is like, I think I talked about, there's something like this wall. Could be a literal person. A literal person. I'm getting all excited about it. Step back. See it for what it is. You don't have to work to anybody's detriment. And I'm not trying to encourage that. But certainly if somebody's working towards your detriment, don't be there for them. Don't help them move forward, and they're just trying to make you fall back. If somebody keeps trying to trip you when you're walking down the street, don't help them walk down the street successfully. Let them fend for themselves. If they have enough energy to get in your way and cause you harm, they have more than enough energy to help themselves and get themselves down that street by themselves. Let them fend for themselves. If they're not going to help you, and more importantly, if they're going to try to hurt you or get in your way, don't go out of your way for them. Take it with a grain of salt. Readings for entertainment purposes only. But I'm just like, see it for what it is. That's all I'm saying. Because Sag is a very beautiful energy and very helpful. But like, help those who honor the help you're giving them. Help those who help you. Look out for those who look out for you. That's a fair trade. That's a fair balance. I don't know why I'm getting all preachy about it. I'm sorry. I'm just like, you know. This is like face down. Gonna give it dirty looks. That's great. Sometimes the way I read, it comes through the emotional side, and I maybe overconnect with that. So I know once in a while somebody complains. Sorry, that's just how I do it. It annoys me because this energy may also be prone to playing poor me when they feel like you're getting too much. If they feel like, oh, you're not even trying to get me involved anymore. You're just succeeding without me. And then they might play the poor me thing, which is also known as the victim card. And when I say that, it's not like, that's when somebody isn't really the victim, but they're playing it. That's why we're saying playing the victim. Somebody who's actually a victim deserves help. That's a whole other story. Although I will add this little caveat in there. If somebody like this person who does not wish you well in any sense or does not look out for you does need somebody to help them, you can always send somebody else in your place. Maybe somebody else who actually they'll be more respectful to. Let somebody else help them. Maybe put the word out, say, oh, you know, a person who doesn't like me or person who always has it in for me, they need help. Somebody else want to help them? Because clearly they're going to try to trip me once I turn my back. So somebody else's turn. They need help. I agree that, but here, like, one of the rest of you go ahead. Maybe you'll have better luck. You can send somebody else in your place. Keep that in mind. Because I feel like that's another part of this wall. When they feel you disconnecting, when they feel you not playing this game, they're like, oh, no, Sag, oh, I can't. Oh, poor me. It might be something, they might have a hold of that heartstring, and they might be pulling on it pretty good. You know, we don't have to play that game. Somebody else can help them. Send somebody else to help them. Apparently, you're not going to be nice to me. You could even, it could be as, you don't have to literally send somebody, give them a different resource. Here, call this number. They'll help you. Talk to this, go over there. They'll have something for you. You go do that. This is what I would have done. Instead of me doing it for you, you go do that for yourself. You know what I mean? Teach a person to fish. Teach a person to fish. They live for a life. I'm screwing up how that is. Teach a person to fish. They live for a lifetime. I'm not saying it right. Give a person a fish. They eat for a day. Teach a person to fish. They eat for a lifetime. I'm screwing it up still, but I feel like you get it. This energy is relying on your good nature, and they're not respectful to it. 10 of Cups with the Devil card. They want what they want, and they are expecting certain things. It doesn't have to mean that this person's a bad person, by the way, which may seem a little bit something. It may mean, though, that they've gotten used to how this rhythm goes. They're in a very deep rut with how they relate to you and what they expect from you. And the way it's going, if you really want to empower this energy, which you probably do, because the Sages I know they very much care. You probably do have that urge to help them anyway. If you really want to give them a better life and you really want things to get better for them, you helping them directly is not working. Just give them the instructions of what you would have done and just let them do it themselves. Instead of making that beautiful meal, instead of calling for the ambulance for them if it's that bad, give them the number to call for themselves. I know it may sound mean, but the more they realize they don't need you to do that, they can do it for themselves. And it's not that they don't know that, it's that they don't want to do that. They want somebody to feel bad for them. They want somebody that they can, I hate to say it, maybe feel worse than they feel. It's a very negative quality some people have, where they feel better if they can make somebody else feel worse. That's a very bad quality. Like, be aware of that. Or one of those people, I don't know if this is the same thing, it's very similar. Like, if I'm not having a good day, why should you have a good day? That's a very bad quality. Be aware of that. They need to sit back and they need to kind of reevaluate their own behavior, and they need to feel that absence. This may be a very, very deep rut where even if you try to add in later, it just may bring it back. If you want to have a positive connection with this person or situation, it may have to be you give them the instructions and just leave it to them to do it for themselves for the rest of this connection you have with them. Whenever you step forward, it seems to trigger them to go backwards, to slide backwards, to do things that they shouldn't be doing. They seem to be in this dynamic with you where they play the poor me card and it's hard for you to not play into it. I'm not saying you can't get past it, but it may be constantly difficult to not. Be aware of your random energy. This situation is not going to solve, and it's just not going to solve. I'm going to leave it at that. It's not going to have that resolution. It's always going to have its issues. I'm going to make up words again. It's always going to have its issues. if I can spit out that word. There's good here. The Four of Cups is like, there is good here, but there will always be points of contention. It just isn't going to go, it's not going to go away. Be aware of your random energy in the sense of like, once in a while, you're going to catch yourself falling back into this pattern. You're just going to find that. It's just going to happen once in a while. If this energy is anywhere in your life or still in your life, you're just going to, every now and then, you're going to fall back into this pattern. It's just going to happen. You do have the choice, though, once you see it, once you realize it, to pull your energy together and step back to where you know you should be. And that's for you to define where you know you should be. You got the Queen and the, I think, the Prince and the Princess, I tend to see them both as knights. I don't know. But I see them as like this, you moving forward, you realizing this is not what I want to do. This isn't working. So I'm just going to change direction. I'm going to change my mind. I always reserve the right to change my mind. And once I realize I'm starting to fall back into that pattern, I'm out. If that means I have to cancel plans or I have to rewrite something or I have to do something different and they're not going to like it, then they're not going to like it. You know what I don't like? Being treated like crap. So I guess it's a wash. That came out very right to it. It is what it is. If this is hitting, it's hitting. I don't know what to tell you. You can find stability and security in this situation. Is this the princess? Prince. This one's the prince too, but see, this is one of them where I'm feeling more of a page energy. I know the title says the title, but this feels more like a page energy. Even though I can get that stability, I feel like I'm never going to be super happy with what it is. I can be at peace with it. But, like, I'm not going to be tripping over myself with joy. The longer this goes, especially if this is one of those things where, like, instead of me doing it for them, I'm just going to text them or email them the instructions or the ideas I would go on, and I'm going to go do something else. I'm going to send you a text of what I would do, and then I'm going to go do something else, so they can't even banter with me on it. Sometimes that's very effective, kind of like, this is all I got for you. I got things I got to do. Here's some ideas of what you can do for that. I got to go. And they might text you blue in the face on that, or send you messages or whatever, however they're doing it. But if you're busy and you're not able to respond, it may be a day or two before you get back to them. Well, that's on them. If they just couldn't make it happen, they didn't want to take that advice, they had the ability to do it too. Because I feel like whatever you're giving to them, they'd have the ability to do. And it's like the longer I do this, the more they're expecting that, the more they're not going to come to you with things. Like, they're going to try to suck you back in, and once in a great while, it'll happen. But I feel like once I realize what I'm doing, I'll start sending the instructions and be like, you make your own choice. I would have looked up these phone numbers. I would have called one of these phone numbers. Good luck. Gotta go. And just leave it at that. You'll get more used to it. The longer you do it, the more comfortable you're going to be, the more you're going to like it. Kind of like, yeah, I'm not being treated poorly. I kind of like that a lot better. I like that a lot better. Anything else? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. Hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.